And welcome again to the big match. Today we can again promise you an hour of great football, both from the first and the second divisions. And in fact, our main match is from the second division, Queen's Park Rangers against Cardiff City. To support that, we have the outstanding game from the first division, Leeds United against Liverpool. And then as our bonus match, we've gone for Chelsea and their visit yesterday to Coventry. So let's get straight on with it as we go to Loftus Road, where Queen's Park Rangers are now busily building a new stand to go with this one that went up indeed only 4 years ago. The other one is on the other side of the field, which in fact should be ready by the end of the year. That is progress for you, and Rangers now say that they have the team to go with that progress. A team that comes to this match having lost only one league game, and now with Ian Gillard at number 3, having his first game of the season, and Mick Leach coming in at number 9. As for their visitors, Cardiff City, a most disappointing start to the season for them. They're bottom of the second division with only 2 wins all season. But they keep the side now that drew at home in the week with Brighton and Hove Albion. And in that side, wearing the number 8 shirt, is Brian Clark, whispered as the man Bournemouth want to replace Ted McDougall. Rangers, meanwhile, have the man who's replaced Rodney Marsh, Stan Bowles here, £110,000 from Carlisle. And now the crowd waiting for the start to get the signal, in fact, from the referee, Harold Williams of Sheffield.
So Cardiff then get this second division game away, defending the goal to our right. Denied their customary blue shirts because of Queen's Park Rangers' blue and white hoops. Cardiff today wearing red shirts with yellow shorts. Cardiff, who've made a dreadful start to the season, they are bottom of the second division with no away points, no draws at all in 5 away games. Not so much as a point away from home in league or cup. Carver, number 2 for them. Back to Billy Irwin, their young Irish goalkeeper. Morgan recovering in time to find Bell. And Bell quite clearly holding back Givens. If anything, it's got to be a free kick to Queen's Park Rangers. But instead of that, it's a throw to Cardiff. Gibson. Woodruff. Played for Foggin. He couldn't quite control it, but his recovery was quick enough to stop Clement doing anything with it. And Foggin, I think, in a bit of trouble. He went down and straight away there was a great deal of pain on his face. And it looks as though he could well be in trouble with that right leg. Jimmy Schooler, the Cardiff manager, on the right. Billy Killock, his substitute. Jimmy Hill with his linesman uniform underneath that suit, and just away to his right, a row behind him, David Bedford. He's all right again, is Foggin. Busby getting it away to Bowles. In turn, trying to get away from Phillips. Clement, who coming up very quickly, and the ball into the path of Jerry Francis. And was he pulled down? He's given a free kick. I thought for a moment it was a penalty. He pointed towards the spot and ran that way. But it was the wrong interpretation on my part. In fact, he then swerved off to the edge of the penalty area, a yard further on, and that would have been a penalty. As it is, a free kick. Four men in the Cardiff wall, 5 really, I suppose, and Francis there to add what disruption he can to it. Venables playing it there, and another beautiful save from Clement, and that time into the side netting from Bowles. Tremendous shot though from Dave Clement, and really superbly saved once more by Billy Irwin. That man really is the hero for Cardiff this afternoon. 4 really fantastic saves. Morgan. Francis. Given letting that one go and taking it in his stride. Has he got the speed to get by Carver as well? The cross just a little too hard. And always ahead of Leach. Morgan a long one forward. Gibson, Givens, Bowles. Oh, a nice bit of shimmying there by Stan Bowles, and a little pass through and a flick on, and Francis couldn't quite reach it. Leach trying to turn it again, it's not away yet. Francis going in, everybody's going in, and finally Bell gets it away. But some really nifty building up again by Queen's Park Rangers. And Francis just unable to get to the shot that really would have counted. Gibson. Givens. Gillard. Leaving it for Venables. Busby. Still Busby getting in a shot, but it's too high. Martin Busby, who's got a brother Viv at Luton. Well, it's certainly a beautiful day to be coming to football anywhere. Gillard again. The long one forward this time for Leach. Got Givens in the middle, and Givens now will hit this one! Oh, a fine goal for Queen's Park Rangers! He really caught it beautifully. And from the moment that cross came over from Leach, which was missed by the Cardiff defence, Givens was on it like a flash. So Don Givens, his 5th goal of the season. He's Rangers' leading marksman. Puts Queen's Park Rangers ahead just a minute or so before half-time. Givens. Murray. It's really a question of how Cardiff City now, who've played some quite useful football, and some of their interpassing has been most impressive in this first half, can keep their confidence going now. Bottom of the table, it's so easy to shatter a side's confidence when things haven't been going for them. So it's a real test for Cardiff now. Because Rangers, who've taken so long to get going, really in the last 5 minutes or so, do seem to be getting into the groove. Jerry Francis now. That really was a beautiful goal by Givens, and there's Irwin getting it, dropping it. Leach now with a chance. Wanted turning to Givens a little quicker than that. Busby turning it back once more towards Francis with a head, and that time Irwin did gather it and keep it. Clement and Hazel calling for it and getting it. Well, the problem is finding the ball, but Queen's Park Rangers have got ball boys this year, and that's just what he's been employed for this afternoon. Bell, a flick inside, but only to Francis. Bell with another chance, this time finding Ian Gibson. Turned on again for Gil Rees, and Rees, who's been policed the whole afternoon by Tony Hazel. Been very much space separating those two this afternoon. And there goes the whistle for half-time. And the heroes of the first half, quite clearly, Billy Irwin in this Cardiff goal, it looked as though he would never be beaten, and then just before half-time, Don Givens did the trick for Queen's Park Rangers to give them an interval lead. Still to come on the big match this afternoon, a lot of good action from around the Football League, but the half-time score in the second division match at Loftus Road, Queen's Park Rangers 1, Cardiff 0, and we'll be right back with you.
Oh, that's a...
So Queen's Park Rangers then, the goal up from the first half, preparing to get us away at the start of the second half. Now defending the goal to our right. And it's with Ian Gillard. Rangers, who took so long to get going in that first half, and during that time, Cardiff really putting one or two good passing movements together that tended to belie their position at the bottom of the bottom of the second division. But certainly towards half-time, Rangers showed why their record this season has been so good. They had their first defeat in the league last week against Hull City. It was 4-1, which probably jerked them up a little bit. Woodruff with the throw. Indeed, that was the first defeat in the league that Queen's Park Rangers have had since last March. Francis dispossessing Bell. Got Venables available inside him. Francis again to Clement. Oh, his eye and his mind so much on the next move that he forgot to stop the ball going into touch. Bell, Powell, and Gibson in a bit of space. But that was quickly closed by the Rangers' defence. And Busby turning it on for Francis, in turn now for Givens, and Givens is away again, down he goes, and that is a penalty. Givens brought down, and I don't honestly think Cardiff can have too many complaints. Givens was completely through, that beautiful through pass, and down he went. And so Queen's Park Rangers get a penalty, and it's Givens who's going to take it. He scored one. Can he now beat Billy Irwin in that Cardiff goal? Givens against Irwin, and that's 2-0. So that makes goal number 6 now in the season for Don Givens. And Cardiff are going to bring on their substitute. 2-0. And it's the moment now for Billy Kellogg to come on. And I think Alan Foggan, the number 11, who injured a knee in the first half. No, Foggan is staying on. At the moment they're going to have 12 people on the field. I don't think they're going to be allowed to get away with that for too long. David Carver going off for number 2. So Carver is off, and Killock is on. Clark for Cardiff. Foggan with Cardiff's throw. Rees showing a lot of skills at close range there. Murray, flicked on again by Rees. Hazel away for Queen's Park Rangers to Bowles. Flicked on there for Venables. Rangers now obviously feeling in the mood. Busby, Gillard outside him. Leach, falling nicely for him there. Busby flicking it on again. That's surely far too hard. Leach. Looking for the right sort of angle to get a shot, and Cardiff denied him it. There's a tremendous shot, though, by Jerry Francis. got behind that well, and Irwin got behind it equally well. Hazel. Down he goes, brought down by Kellett. Was Hazel. Beginning to think, for all their very impressive approach play, that perhaps Queen's Park Rangers haven't quite got the killer instinct that's required. 2-0 up, and it's surely within their capabilities to score more, but that shot from Francis really was a beauty. Bowles going in, his feet were high on Irwin, and there's going to be a free kick to Cardiff. Leach. Murray stuck to him well, but it's still a throw to Rangers. And Martin Busby. Leach, forever running Mick Leach. Not the most spectacular of strikers, but he works and works and works. Another throw on the far side to Cardiff City. Foul. Vaughan. And Clark couldn't keep it in, and so it's a throw to Rangers. Gibbons, Hazel, and Busby, a long one forward. Venables beautifully on now for Bowles. About it from deep in their own half until Bowles finally got hold of it and hammered it left-footed past Billy Irwin. What a tremendous goal to put Queen's Park Rangers 3-0 ahead. Well, it's Bowles who finally banged it in, his third goal since he came down for Carlisle, and it's a goal that really would have graced any ground in the world. A truly tremendous goal by Queen's Park Rangers. Busby. And now Gillard. And so the fellows that Gordon Jago's bought to stiffen this Queen's Park Rangers side have really done it for him this afternoon. Two of them scored by Don Gibbons, the man he bought from Luton. Dave Clement take up the charge. Oh, he certainly looked as though he was pushed there, but he kept possession, and so that was good enough for the referee. Played back for Venables. Trying to get a 1-2 going with Francis. And he goes off Vaughan behind for the corner. Vaughan, who was in a bit of pain with that knee in the first half. But all right to go on. And Francis now to take the corner for Queen's Park Rangers. Just over a quarter of an hour to go, and Ian Evans right up for it, and in fact goes to the head of Evans, and just off the crossbar and behind. Doesn't come up too often, but and really is a young centre-back who's making a bit of a name for himself here at Loftus Road. Ian Evans. Clark. And now Kellett. Rees. Played wide for Gibson again, once crossing first time, and indeed it has been to Woodruff. Oh, and he hit the post. Very good bit of skill there by Woodruff, taking it down so beautifully on his chest as well, just as Venables did there. And a really smart crash against the post. And looks as though Gillard again in a bit of trouble there in that Rangers penalty area. Looks as though Gordon Jago there was giving the word to Mike Ferguson, the substitute, that he wants him on. Get him off. Get him off. That's the signal. Get Ian Gillard off and let Mike Ferguson come on. So on comes Mike Ferguson. As poor old Ian Gillard, having his first league game of the season, goes off. Givens letting it run. Bell to cover him. Turning in one way, turning in the other. Givens with a chance to get a shot in there, cannoning off Murray. Ferguson. Everybody waited and Venables got possession of it. Givens turning it on. And no, there was a push. There was a push by Leeds. There was a push by Leach. And so not the final flourish that Rangers supporters would have wanted. It remains at 3-0. With two of the goals coming from Don Givens, one of them from the penalty spot, and the other goal coming from Stan Bowles. So that leaves us with a full-time score that reads Queen's Park Rangers 3, Cardiff 0.
But now let's have some more action, and it's our bonus match that we keep up our sleeves until today. And today it's the visit of Chelsea to Coventry, where the pictures come from ATV, where the commentator's Hugh Johns, and Chelsea are the team wearing the darker shirts.
Man really forward is Green. Now the blue shirts are coming in. Maguire. Gift of a ball. Kemba says thank you to Houseman. Kemba wants it back. And he gets it. Way on the far side is Garland. Garner was coming from an offside position then and knew it, so he didn't even try to play the ball. It's Locke. Osgood not getting above Blockley. Locke back for Webb. Lockley hoping that he might pick up Mortimer. Alderson, rather, on that side of the park. This is Gary Locke, figured in the Mini World Cup last season. Garland. Support from Kemba, and way over here is McCready. It's Garland going under it with Blockley. Osgood trying to get in. And that's Garner. The flag is already up, though. The flag is already up, and I don't know whether the goal is given. Yes, Garner has got it. Garner scores it. We're 5 minutes into the first half. Bill Garner scores his first goal for Chelsea. I thought I suspected a linesman's flag as Peter Osgood stuck his boot high to stab the ball down into the box. Referee said no. The ball comes loose to Garner and he whacks it in. Creedy, time to recover, knock it back for Harris. It's Alderson losing. Hollins. Houseman wants it across here again. So they decide to play it twice to get it to him, or do they? Creedy. Yes, they do. Houseman against Coop. Coop fast on the recovery. Willie Carr to tidy it up. Rafferty. No help anywhere, though. Maguire, little groups of Coventry players wandering around together. And now Garner. Coventry looking thoroughly and completely disorganised at the moment. And a bad ball from Garner gives them a moment or two to gather their senses and sort themselves out again. Glazier certainly has played a heroic part in the defence so far. It's Kemba's ball. Houseman. Now McCready. Chelsea's running really is something to see, and that's an own goal, a beautiful one from Blockley. That's as good a goal as Jeff Blockley's going to score this season. He gave his goalkeeper no chance at all. It's 2-0 Chelsea. Well, if they're going to run an own goal of the year competition, Jeff Blockley is certainly going to be a leading candidate for the title. What a terrible moment for him. Harris picking up Gary Locke down the right touchline. Nobody coming back to take him. So Locke goes against Dugdale. Good speed from the fullback, and that was Garner. Garner being knocked down by Blockley, but still managing to get a whack in. Osgood taking Blockley apart then. Osgood. Kemba and Osgood knowing that that 1-2 was coming back to him again. There's Garner, still in there, and he's just wide. Bill Garner. What a fine bit of football, mostly constructed by the running, the stout running of Peter Osgood then. Garner withstanding one sharp challenge and still getting his shot in. Maguire won it well. Green, good ball. Alderson. That was a good goal! How about that there? Out of nowhere! Alderson! What an incredible goal then by Brian Alderson, and the second goal he's ever scored for this club. And he drags it back to 2-1. Kemba, Osgood. This is Garland. Johnny Hollins. Oh yes, Houseman. Oh dear, what a terrible moment. Houseman under the body of Glazier. Peter Houseman then makes it 3-1, and I would think that's probably enough. That was a bad moment for Bill Glazier. Garland the ball in. Hollins a little touch on. Glazier seemed to have it blocked at Houseman's feet, and the ball squirmed under his body and trickled tantalisingly over the line.
Well, our last match today is the one between two of the likely pacemakers at the top of the First Division. It's Leeds United against the leaders Liverpool at Ellen Road yesterday, where the pictures come from Yorkshire Television, where the commentators Keith Macklin and Leeds United are in the all-white strip.
Lloyd almost missed timing it, Lindsay helping out. Charlton underneath it, but Keegan as ever harassing him, so Highways onto it. That's a good tackle by Hunter. Fine play by Hunter. Giles taking over, finding Bates. Hunter. Remner. Back for Giles. Hunter again. Still no openings in this Liverpool defence, and it's good play by Callahan. Leeds didn't really make any ground there, and eventually Callahan took it off the toe of Hunter. Boesma, Madeley, through to Jones. Bates. Jones moving down the middle. Remner down the left. Bates hitting one, and what a good shot. That was worth trying. Bates saw the gap, hit that curling ball, and Clements really had to stretch to put that round the post. It was curling all the time, and Clements watched it. That's a low one for Clark through the legs to Charlton. Hammered away by Lindsay. So back to Cherry. Giles. Clark moving up the middle. The head of Staunton. Callahan. And Lawler. Half an hour of the first half gone. Cormac picking it up. That's a good ball for Boesma. Hughes. Hughes back again for Boesma. Getting Madeley going first one way, then the other, but it's a tackle from Hunter. Now Jones a chance to run. getting into all sorts of a tangle. Lindsay is penalised. No glaringly apparent foul there, but Mr. Sinclair blowing up. It looked as if Jones had lost his advantage in that challenge from Lindsay. Lorimer and Giles there. Lorimer putting over the high one. Clark glancing it back. Jones has hit a goal! What a great goal by Jones! Beautifully taken goal by Jones. Alan Clark, a glancing back header, and Mick Jones, one of the best executed overhead scissor kicks we've seen for a long time. It's Keegan getting it out to Boersma, and Keegan moving down the middle with Cormac. Hughes also coming up in support. That's a corner off Cherry. Boersma, false start to that first corner. Up goes the big Lloyd. Lloyd! A goal! A magnificent goal by Lloyd. Beautifully placed corner, and Lloyd from the far corner of the box, putting his header over the top of everybody, including Harvey. Beat Larry Lloyd, equalising in 41 minutes. Boersma's corner, and Lloyd, the big man who does the Charlton job in the Liverpool side, the tall man, the tall target man, right over the head of Harvey. Cherry, Cormac going to tackle him, now Bates. Charlton. Bremner. Chipped for Clark. Clark into the path of Bates. Jones hooked away by Lindsay. And for the first time this half, Leeds look really dangerous as Bates got that over. Lindsay just getting it off the toe of Jones. Bremner. This is a chase for Boersma and Hunter. Boersma really galloping. Boersma still has it. Cormac hitting Bremner. Now Callahan. Hughes to Lawler. Lawler. Boersma. Good one. Oh, that was nearly there. Lawler going in as Jack Charlton knelt down to head that clear. Lawler came steaming in and just got his head to the ball. Lloyd sailing up again. Bates down for Lorimer. Lorimer, as always, watched closely by Lindsay. Back for Bates. Up towards Jones. The head of Staunton getting there. Down goes Highway. No foul committed there, according to Mr. Sinclair. So Charlton is able to push it down to Clark. Now Madeley. Lorimer has a bit of space on the right. Now Lindsay's gone across to cover it. Lorimer. Jones going in. The head of Lawler. Keegan. Lindsay. Charlton galloping back. All slipped and let in Boersma. Boersma still going. It's a goal. Boersma taking full advantage of that unfortunate slip by Jack Charlton, which let him in. And Liverpool go into a 2-1 lead. Boersma taking his goal very, very coolly. Charlton, the unhappy man who slipped on the turf, let Boersma through. Bates straight back. Giles Flicked up towards Clark. Lawler's head. Bates. Leeds certainly doing the pressing, but no sign yet of the goal. Here's Bremner's first time. Charlton! Oh, what bad luck! Bad luck for Jack Charlton. It was a beautiful effort. Charlton really desperately trying to make up for the slip that led in Mersmer, and that was only inches past the post.
So poor old Jack Charlton couldn't quite make up for that slip that cost Leeds United the game. It's not very often that Leeds get beaten at Elland Road. We leave you today not with one goal, as we normally do, but with 4. And I suppose in these days, when we're looking for crowds to come back to the game, it'll keep crowds happy up and down the country, and certainly it kept 4 players very happy yesterday in the league.